Hello everyone, this is Bob Sager, and I wanted to share something with you today and talk about something that I think that most people need to have a really clear understanding of. And within our network marketing organization and with our company called Kivana, there is something we call the Step 3 plan. So I want to talk to you about it, and the Step 3 plan is part of the main thing. So let's spend a little time, a few minutes, and just let me take you through it and make you understand it really how it works, because I get the feeling sometimes people are a little unclear, they need some clarity. So hopefully this will be some good information for you, some great value that you could really use in your daily prospecting efforts. And that's what we want to do. We want to spend 80% of our time in this Step 3 process. And the whole purpose of it is to give you a framework of how to go about and prospect an individual, prospect them for the opportunity. So let's talk about this, because within the Step 3 plan, there's actually 3 steps. And step 1 is very simple: striking interest. What does that mean? Well, we want to strike interest with individuals, with people, and approach them with the opportunity so they raise their hand and they say, I'm interested, tell me more. So step 1 of the Step 3 plan is nothing more than striking interest. And striking interest can be done a couple of different ways. And I could probably do this video just on this part alone. But for sake of time and just a little brevity, let me kind of just give you an overview and really what it should sound like, or even maybe feel like or look like, relevant to step 1 of the Step 3 plan. And striking interest could be, hey John, I know this sounds crazy. I'm expanding my business in the area. We're an international company, and we're looking for some really entrepreneurial people. If it doesn't jeopardize with what you currently do, and there was a huge upside potential, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 a month, or maybe even the real true possibility to create wealth for yourself. If I gave you a particular link to look at, would you look at it within the next 24 hours? I'm just looking to strike interest with the prospect. That's all we're looking to do. It could be done a multitude of different ways. Hey Jim, I'm not sure if you're open to take a look at something, but something just came across my desk, got me really excited. If I sent you a particular link, would you take a look at it? So, but what you want to do, and understand that, apologize for the motorcycle in the background, what you want to do is keep it simple. If he comes back or she comes back to you and says, what is this all about? Very simple, very relaxed. You just want to turn around and say, you know what? I don't want to give you the little bits and pieces. This is a huge opportunity. I'd rather give you the big picture, and that's what's in the email or video that I want you to look at. Is that fair? That's all you want to say. That's it. Now, let's talk. So that's the striking interest part. Or you might, instead of sending them something, you might want to sit down with them, and you might want them to come to your home. So just turn around. So remember, if I would you, hey John, something came across my desk, got me really excited. If I invited you to my home for a few minutes, would you come by? So just if I would you, if I would you, if I would you. If you remember that and put it into your prospecting efforts, you'll never miss. It'll be that easy. So step 1 is striking interest. Now, step 2 is what we call showing the plan. Now, let me explain something for a minute. In the industry, there's an understanding that you want to show the plan utilizing a tool. The reason why you want to utilize a tool is to take our personalities out of it. I had we did a simple 7 yesterday, myself, Michelle Recupero, and Therese Zahoski. And one of the things I talked about is, I've got a very strong personality. I know that. And sometimes it works to a disadvantage for me, because people turn to me and say, well, I can't do what he's doing. But if I gave them a video to look at, a CD to look at, or if I used a flip chart, that kind of takes my personality out of it. So in step 2 of the Step 3 plan, we want to show the plan, and we want to show the plan utilizing a tool. Here's what I prefer, and what I teach a lot of people in my organization. I like to lead with a particular website or landing page called the crown jewel. I enjoy that. I've had tremendous success with it. You could do what you want. That's up to you. But I'm going to tell you what works for us and works for me. So what I would do is after I struck interest, I would send them a particular email, very formatted, and I send the same email out all the time. It's so standardized and systematized for me, it makes my prospecting life that much easier. So I'll shoot out the crown jewel, and I will set up a time to talk to the prospect in 24 hours. Very simple. In 24 hours, when I call back the prospect, based on the time that we have scheduled, I will simply ask the prospect this. Hey John, hey Mary, what did you like best? Hey John or Mary, what excited you? Hey John or Mary, what resonated with you? I will never say, did you have time to look at it, or what did you think? Never, ever, 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 ever say that. That is wrong. The brain goes in a different direction and looks for the negatives right away. But if I turn to you and say, what excited you, the brain looks for the positive. It searches through the computer. What resonated with you? Well, what did resonate? Well, it's the timing, the freedom, and so on. The only thing I'm looking for the prospect to do when they look at the crown jewel is this. That's interesting. I'm interested. Raise my hand. Let me ask Bob more questions. Let me get more information. So when I'm calling back and I'm asking that, I'm then going to go and direct my conversation to what the prospect answers in my question when I say, what excites you? So if Mary says, well, I really like the time freedom. Mary, let me tell you more about that. It is pretty exciting. And I'll expand upon that a little more. Now, I've got to go down a path now. I'm going down a path. So after they've looked at that, I want to go down a couple of paths, because one of the things we need to understand is that our prospects need to have 4 to 6 exposures within a short period of time. 4 days, 5 days, bang, 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 bang. So now, I've spoken to them on the phone, possibly. I've connected with them. I sent them a particular video. I've connected with them, or a couple of different videos within that crown jewel landing page. Now, my next objective is so let's say it's I call them back Tuesday afternoon. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to direct them to our Tuesday night call, another exposure. And maybe after the Tuesday night call, when I speak to them on Wednesday, I might direct them to the Q-Info site. And then maybe after that, I might invite them to my home for an in-home that I have every Tuesday night. But I'm taking them down the path. Now, if you're new, and you're okay with striking interest, you might need your sponsor to strike interest with you, but I suggest you get out of that mode quickly and learn to do it yourself. But if you're new, I suggest that you use your upline or your sponsor, right, to help you in what is called Step 3. So Step 1 is strike interest. Step 2 is showing the plan. We want to use multiple exposures in a short period of time. So maybe the crown jewel, or maybe number15.info. Then we can go to a weekly conference call, a weekly hotel meeting, a weekly in-home meeting, the Q-Info site, or a hotline, multiple exposures in a short period of time. Bang, 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 bang. Now, Step 3, which is critical, is what we call collecting a decision. Now, I'm comfortable with collecting a decision. I'll share what I asked with you in a moment. If you're not comfortable with collecting the decision, because understand, it's not really a close. The close starts from the beginning. When you strike interest, bang, 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 bang. That's all closes along the way. It's multiple. So by the time you get to Step 3, or by the time I get to Step 3, my simple thing is, hey John, would love you to be part of the team. What do you say? Well, how do I get started, Bob? And I'm going to take them through that. Very simple. If you're new and you're not comfortable with collecting a decision, very simple. Have your sponsor on the phone with you. Hey John, I've got my sponsor Bob Sager, or my partner Bob Sager, on the phone. He's a great guy. He's going to answer some of your questions. And guess what? When he does that, I get to learn. That's how you will open the call with your upline or your sponsor. Let your sponsor then take it over. They know what to say, and they'll collect the decision for you. If they do not want to come into the business, well, then what do we suggest after that? We recommend utilizing or using Kivana's fantastic product line. So if they don't want to come in the business, they could become a product user. That's why we always lead with the opportunity. If you led with the product and they don't want to use the product, you can't go into the opportunity. Well, I know you don't